To start off, I'm applying e.l.f.'s eyelid primer all over my eyelids up to my eyebrow, and putting this below the brows is actually gonna remove the step of cleaning up your brows with concealer, because I don't want my brows to look so harsh for this look. So I'm just applying this primer all throughout the eyelid, and I'm blending it out with my finger. Next, I'm taking a base eyeshadow, and this is in the color beige, and I'm just applying this to the crease of my eye in an upward motion. So I'm gonna leave the eyelid just blank with the primer only, and I'm doing this to the upper portion of the eye just because we're gonna be blending a lot of colors in this area, and I want everything to look very smooth. So now, in order for our brighter colors to really pop on your eyelid, you want to make sure that you're using a white base. The one that I'm using is Milk, and it's Jumbo Pencil by NYX. And I'm just patting that on my eyelid using a flat synthetic brush, and then making sure it's evenly coated and blended and as opaque as I want it using my finger. And take your time when blending out the white base, because if it's really chunky on your eyelid and then you apply a dry eyeshadow on top of it, it's just going to make it look bumpy and it's not going to look cute. So the smoother that you get it on your eyelid, the better that your eyeshadow is going to look. The first eyeshadow that I'm going to be applying on my eyelid is this turquoise color from L'Oreal. And then I'm just using this eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. and it's really short and dense. It's perfect for packing on color, and I'm going to be re-dipping my brush into the eyeshadow quite a few times just because I want to be able to cover up the white base that we have under, and you want it to be really bright. So feel free to just keep layering the shadow to your liking. And now I'm just going to be doing my other eye. Now, using this deep blue color, I'm just going to be packing it down on the outer corner of the eye, and packing and patting down the brush while you apply the product is gonna reduce the amount of fallout that you get. You're still gonna have some, but you can always clean up underneath your eyes. You can either do your whole foundation routine or your concealer at the end, just so it's less messy. So once you've added the darker blue to the outer corners, you want to take the same brush you applied the turquoise color with and just pat down where those colors meet. That way they're blending together nicely. And then taking a clean blending brush, just kind of start going around those colors. That way the edges start softening up a bit. And this is without any color on the brush or any product at all. Now I'm adding a light brown color to the upper crease of the eye, and I'm just using a pointed blending brush to do this, and this one is also by e.l.f. Adding the soft brown color to the crease is really going to make the look softer and more wearable. You can see that by blending with this brown and then blending it out with your fluffy brush, it really softens and blends out the look. Next, I'm using that same fluffy brush and picking up a slightly darker brown color, and I'm going to just be focusing first on the outer V of the eye, and then whatever's left on the brush, we're just going to sweep it inwards. You can add as little or as much of this brown shade as you want. This is the second layer I'm doing, just because I'm going for a more intense look. Now I'm picking up more of my dark blue shadow, and I'm focusing mainly on the outside corner of the eye, and I'm bringing it in with whatever product is left on the brush. I'm just bringing it in slightly into the crease. So now I'm going to use this bright yellow shadow to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, and I'm using a flat synthetic brush to pack on this color. And this is really going to make your eyeshadow look pop. It's so bright and it's perfect for summertime. And now I'm using more of that medium brown shade with my fluffy brush, just to make that brown meet with the yellow that we have in the inner corner. Now I'm using a creamy white shadow to highlight my brow bone. Now using your blending brush, you want to make sure that your highlight color and the rest of the colors on your lid are blending together and you don't have a harsh line dividing your highlight from your transition shade. And I'm also brightening up that turquoise color a little bit more, as well as touching up your deeper blue on the outer V corners. So from the outer corner of the eye, I'm going to be dragging that color all the way throughout the crease, making it a lot more dramatic, and I'm going to be connecting this blue color to the yellow that we have on the inner part of the eye. I'm taking a pencil brush and a black eyeshadow to smoke out and form a cat eye shape at the end of the eye, and I'm also dragging the product inward into the crease of the eye, stopping right before the halfway mark of the crease. Use a blending brush to get your desired amount of smoke, and you can keep reapplying the black shadow as intensely as you would like it to look. And once you get to this point, it's all about just blending out that black eyeshadow, making sure that it's nice and smooth, that both eyes are even, and you're happy with the darkness of the eyeshadow. Once you're happy with how your eyeshadow looks, you want to just wing out or do your eyeliner as you would feel comfortable, and add lashes if you're going to be wearing false lashes. I'm just going to add a ton of mascara, but I'm going to do this off camera. So I have already primed my skin, and I'm going to be applying a dark foundation as well as a light foundation mixed together with a flat top kabuki brush to get the desired color that I want. And this is just because my body is really tan right now and my face is not, so I want to make sure that it's matching. And I'm just going to be buffing this in, and I'm pinching my brush for the smaller areas of my face, like my forehead and the sides of my face. Here I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer with the pointed synthetic brush to highlight my face. You want your under eyes to be really bright since your eyeshadow is bright and heavy. You don't want that area to be dull at all, so brighten up as much as you can. Once you're done highlighting your face, you want to take your foundation brush and make sure that your concealer is blending in to the rest of your foundation. I forgot to do my lower lash line before my concealer, so I'm just taking a little bit more concealer to clean up the fallout that I had from my lower lash line. I just applied that dark blue shade towards the end and then the yellow in the inner corner, and that's basically it. I did a nude liner in the waterline as well. And now I'm just powdering my face and my concealer, that way it doesn't go anywhere throughout the day. And I'm just going to be contouring, highlighting my face, very basically, nothing out of this world. And I'm not going to be wearing any blush for this look because the eyes are so bright that I just feel better about the way it looks if I just wear bronzer and highlighter instead of having like a pink or any kind of colored blush. I mean, you can if you really feel like you need it. I just think it looks better with bronzer and a little bit of highlight and a nude lip, of course. So this is basically the end of the look. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you'll give it a try. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!